Hey, woo!
It's the internet. It's hellscape.
Today, champions. Ooh, what's this? It's fucking food. We're cooking pork belly. That's what's in it. You can change things because it's your own life that you're living. We'll get to the fennel bit in a sec. It's like coriander. People are like, hate it. I kind of get it, but we'll get to that. Okay, fluff off. I'm not allowed to swear on the internet anymore because if I do, they're just...
Destroy the naughty mouth.
Now, I know what you're asking yourself. Can I eat that whole thing raw? No. Unless you love sitting on the toilet and asking questions to doctors, I would cook it. It's really easy.
And cheap.
And shit.
Cheap.
Oh, cheap. I'm quite easily led around, you may have noticed there, Jules. The reason there's enough salt on there to give anyone hypertension is because we want to draw the moisture out of the fat. I've had this in the fridge overnight with no cooked meat in there because you don't want to put raw things in a fridge with cooked things. If you've seen Kitchen Nightmares, Gordon yells at people about it all the time.
Next to the pork belly, you've got cooked chicken. Fucking ridiculous!
To be honest, even an hour, it'll bring the moisture out and then we do this bit. I'm just going to brush that straight into the bin. Goodbye, mate. Now, with paper towel, ideally, we want to dry it. So get all that moisture out. See ya. Goodbye, moisture. Scorching bloody hot. 240, 250. Tray. It's a little bit massive, this one. Got a problem with it? Comment section, just let it rip. Just go speak your mind, Russell. I'm gonna make a little base for this guy here. Piss off. Maybe I should have an ASMR channel. Oh.
Denied.
Get a bit of bloody oil in there. That's way too much. So I'm just going to kind of arrange these in a way that that will sit on top of it. Wow. Sometimes when you buy pork bellies, they're not quite as manicured, you know, they're not even. So like they might have a bit more meat on one side or have a dip in the middle. If it gets a belly in it, we kind of want to avoid that. Let's try and get it flat. Use the onions to build bits of it up. If it's doing that, just kind of onion up. Because of my, you know, lack of tray ownership, we haven't used the deep one. So you just have to imagine this gripping arrangement that I've got going on down here. Now, if you've got a really bloody sharp knife, you can use this to score the fat, or you can use a box cutter. Obviously clean ones, don't get the one that's been cutting through Sikaflex in your toolbox. I like having one of these in the kitchen. It's perfect for shit like this. If it's dull, snap it off and fucking undull it.
Oh, now I can see your onion arrangement.
What do you think of it out of 10?
10 out of 10.
Right, say what you want about me, I can arrange an onion. The idea is you want to cut through the fat, but you don't want to cut into the meat. It doesn't matter if you do. But so we get a nice crackling going. You can cut in any arrangement you want. You can bloody cut it that way, you can cut it that way. You can write your name in it. I don't give a shivers. If your pork belly is bought at the butcher, you can ask them to do the scoring. The butchers do a good job of it because they've got sharp knives and shit. But if you get it from the supermarket, you know, like a big chain, I won't name any names, Franklin's. Franklin's hasn't been around for 20 years. What I'm trying to say is if you get it from the shop, the chance is it's been scored with the amount of passion that I put into my maths homework. None. You'll need to give it a touch up. If you don't score it, what'll happen is when you bang it in the oven, it'll pull itself up and in and it'll suck. With the thing set, just low setting, just run lines across it, however you bloody like. Make sure that the score comes out at the end as well, so don't just score most of it and then not the edge. Make sure the edges have been sliced out. So on and so forth. You can cut shapes into it. You can cut shapes. What the f*** was that dance? Look, don't stress if you cut through to the meats, not, you know, no one's going to call bloody Crime Stoppers on you. You're not going to foodie jail. God, imagine that punish of a place. Full of Chipotle mayonnaise, pain in the ass coffee orders. Pen's down, that's done. So you'll be able to see there, that's how I've scored it. Sick. Great. Champion, here's the next bit. You don't have to add this if you don't like. These are fennel seeds and I can't get the packet open. So with a mortar and pestle, give them a bloody bit of a bash. Just got the bench back from the wobble shops. They did a great job. I've had a few wobblies in my life. Give a little extra pat, make sure that's nice and dry. I'm going to cover it with the fennel seeds. Now I know people's aversion to fennel, and I understand it because, you know, with this it doesn't end up tasting like what you think it is. It's not aniseedy. Just rub it in there so it'll kind of fall in between the cracks a little bit there. Slightly underside of it, give it a good bloody squash on. Don't have to put thyme in there. I'm doing it because I like it. And it seems a bit pedantic to keep on re-drying it. We want it nice and dry. That's what helps it craggle. I'm going to cover it lightly with a bit of oil. I use paper towel to do it because I'm just so creative. Brush the fat with it. You don't have to fucking drench it. You just have to do that. I like putting a splash of chicken stock in the bottom of the pan. Some people don't. Those people aren't here right now. Tiny bit of salt back on it. Quick sticks, champion, into the oven. Bang. 30 minutes, half an hour, however you like to look at that measure of time. Lovely. Let's stick it on that. That is what we're chasing. If there's bits that didn't perfectly crackle, usually the rest of the cooking time will resolve that problem. Fennel, you either love it or you don't. A bit like everything in life, really. I'm just going to cut the top off here. I'm going to use this bit. You can keep these bits too if you like. Maybe I'll save it to make a hat later. You got to trust me, this works. Bang it in here. Little drizzle of oil over each one. Yeah, flip, yeah. Careful you don't bloody burn yourself. Okay.
Not okay.
Garlic cloves. Just chuck them in. Don't even peel them.
Hey.
Don't mind if I do. Shit. Oven down to 150, 160. A little bit more cheeky stock.
But not over the skin.
Don't tip it over the skin, exactly, Jules. She's bloody onto it, mate. Back here we go, mate. Two hours, at least 2 hours. 2.5, 3. 2.5 will be fine. Okay, next bit. Spuds, if you like, put those in a pot, probably one bigger than that. Cold water with potatoes, turn it on, boil your potatoes until you can stick a fork through them. Happy days, drain the potatoes, get shit all over the bench. Some might argue that if you're going to have a cooking studio, a sink would be a good idea. You'd be right. Can't have everything, can ya? While the perturbates are chilling out there, Trey, mate, you have to do everything like a tricky dicky, don't you? This is an old favourite. I burnt the shit out of it, but I can't let it go, so. Bit of olive oil. Carrots onto the tray. I've got the little exciting carrots, the fancy ones, because I have very fancy pants. Look. Potatoes, you can hang out. Put whatever herbs you want on it. Bit more of this bloody bullshit. There you go, great. Salt. I can hear it. I'm a dickhead, I'm a dickhead. I had salt there. Pepper. There you go, mate, just mix it together. Probably be careful because the potato's still hot. Burnies. Could have probably put more on the tray, but I didn't. So here we are, experiencing that together. If you're about 45 minutes out for the pork, bang these in. And now we wait. It's time. Out you come, mate. Oh! You bloody outdone yourself, champ. Stoneware. It says that you're down to earth. 1, 2, 3, go. There you go, you fucking pest. Why does everyone have to do that? Just cut it out. It's grossing me out. Let that rest for, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. This is the fennel. Oh, it looks like a heap of shit. This is delicious. Pull those out very gingerly. Just ignore the fact that this tray is a completely different one to the one that we put in the oven. No one saw anything. Just don't talk about it. Just put those up the back there because they're not much to look at. Okay, let's make some gravy. I'll just tip a little bit of the liquid in here. Add to the tray a bit more stock, or you can add water, cordial if you like, if you're a dickhead. Turn that on. Some people put a cup of wine in here if you like that kind of vibe. That's perfectly acceptable. Now while this is cooking, scrape all the bloody lovely bits off the bottom. Squash all the garlic down. With that little bit of liquid that I pulled out before, we're going to add to that a little bit of cornstarch, maybe a tablespoon, something like that. Mix that together. Just want to reduce it down a little bit. I mean, you can bug around with this for hours if you like, but it's up to you and how much gravy you want. It's like how much stock or water you'll add to it. Totally up to you. It's a choose your own adventure kind of dish. Lot, we just want to tip all that in through a sieve. Stop it. What the f... Thank me later, YouTube.
Watch it, mate.
Yes, yes, good on you, mate. Squish any of those good bits out. Out you come. Reduce it down until you're happy with the amount of liquid and the consistency. There you go. Don't say I didn't warn you. Can he do it without spilling the shit everywhere? I got him. Let's do it. More stoneware. Take your time, mate. Righto. 2 tea towels, definitely need 2. Serrated knives. Wait. Here's another internet thing everyone loves fucking doing. Oh, proof. If it wasn't screamingly obvious, plating up is not my strong suit. Excuse me. Very, very nice, if I don't say so myself. Oh, it's hot. Doesn't suck. Give it a crack, report back. Thanks for hanging in there. I know I haven't made stacks of videos. It's been a little tricky, but I'm back and I'm ready to lip and party on with yous. Love you guys. Check you next time. Just remember, pork on a plate. Just went blank. Comment pork on a plate down below. What the f*** was that?